Hi everyone, this is Bill and Rhonda once again, and we're glad to share with you today. You know, does what God lead you to do sometimes not make any sense? You know, a case in point is when God told the Israelites to march around the walls of the city, the great city of Jericho, one time each day for 6 days.
And on the seventh day to march around the city 7 times, and then on the 7th time to give a great shout.
Mm-hmm.
You know what God was asking them to do just did not make any sense. I mean, what good is a shout going to do against this great, big, huge wall? But he was asking them to go beyond logic, beyond what was rational, and to step out in faith and obey him because he knew exactly what he was going to do. You know, sometimes we get confused. We think we understand why God is asking us to do something, but chances are we don't even begin to glimpse a whole we don't even glimpse a fragment of the whole picture. There was a verse that stood out for me. It's in Isaiah 55, starting in verse 8. It says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways your ways, declares the Lord. For as high as the heavens are above the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts." In other words, who says I have to make sense to you? There's a story I've told before about a man who had this huge boulder out back behind his cabin. And God had told him to go out every day and push on that stone as hard as he could push. And after he had been doing it for many years, one day the enemy came to him and said, "Look, you're just a big failure. You've been pushing on that stone for 20 years and you haven't even made it budge, not 1 inch. You can't do anything right." And the man got discouraged and depressed and was hanging his head down. And then the Lord came and spoke to him. And God said, "I never asked you to move the stone. I asked you to push on the stone. And I asked you to push on the stone for a very good reason. Look at your shoulders, how strong they are. Look at the muscles in your arms. Every time you push on that boulder, it was making you stronger and more capable and fit to do the work I called you to do." The man had totally misunderstood. He thought his job was to move the stone. He didn't understand that God had higher, more perfect purposes.
Well, that's a powerful parable, and sometimes God gives us something to do, and he is not asking us to reason it out, but to do his will when and how he wants it to be done.
That's an important note. Sometimes it's really hard to understand why God is asking us to do a particular thing. Right here, right now, God, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I just don't get it. But if we would just trust him, if we would just step out in faith, if we would trust his timing, God will reveal his higher purpose to you, and he will use this crazy action to do something really powerful. What if Israel had decided that marching around Jericho made no sense? What if they had stopped on the 5th day because they were tired of it? They would have never seen victory. Have you ever stopped too soon?
Wow. Absolutely. It's just that, I've been doing this and I'm not seeing any results. So I guess I heard wrong or, I'm just, tired of it. And we miss the victory.
Oh.
Ooh. Well, we hope that this short message has been encouraging you today. And please stay safe and always trust in God.
And go all the way to the end. Don't give up too soon. God's got a special plan waiting for you. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you.
Bye-bye.